guys, how are you all doing? I hope you are all well, and wherever you are in the world, having a great day. It is Sunday morning here. It is nearly 11 o'clock. I've just had Tesco delivered and I've got to get it put away. I've got to go to Penfolds to get some tortoise bedding so I can clean them out this morning, and then we're off to my mum's for a barbecue. So that saves me cooking today, so I'm happy about that. Well, I say it saves me from cooking. I'm planning on doing some baking this afternoon anyway before we go. I'm going to bake my cousin a belated birthday cake. She keeps doing the little digs that I didn't get around to making her one for her birthday. Truth be told, we had a lot going on and we had a lot of birthdays in 1 week anyway. Too much birthday cake. So we're seeing them tomorrow anyway. We're going to the beach. So I've got some picnic food here for the beach. That's bumped our price up. And then I've stocked up on some chicken because it's still on offer at the moment. And it's actually the last week of the summer holidays now. So it's the final push before we push the kids back to school and college. Don't know if I'm excited or dreading it. I've got 2 kids starting new places. So I've got Shane starting college, Nathan starting school, and then the 2 girls are just going to carry on at college and school. But I don't know if I'm excited for them to go back or dreading it. Probably a bit both, just like any parent. You're excited to get your life back, but kind of miss having them about. That's me. It is another biggie, and yes, it is necessary, I'm afraid, with a family of 6, sometimes 7, sometimes more. It does require a lot of food because you don't know what the children are going to eat on that day, and you never know who ends up coming round. We have company, we end up cooking, and I always like to make sure that the cupboards are well stocked. So that is aimed at the lovely viewers that keep commenting saying, big money, and is that necessary? Yes, it is. With a big family come a great big food bill. But I am aiming to get it down a little bit. But for now, while the kids are off, they're eating me at house and home. So it is Tesco's, like I said. I have got a meal plan. I will tell you that at the end. And I will put all the prices on the screen for you as we go through, showing you what we picked up from Tesco's. So without further ado, while it's nice and quiet, I'm going to show you what we got from Tesco's. Right, here we go. We've got all the shopping. Sorry, I'm just going to show you this. Look, this is Remy dog. Remy, there's your Bobby. Just has to lay in the kitchen in the way, don't you? Yes. You're feeling much better now, aren't you? Yes. You're winking at the camera. Yeah, okay, right. He's going to be there. I'll have to step over him. This is all the shopping. Like I said, this is for the picnic at the beach tomorrow. Birthday cake. I'm doing a big dinner for Dawn's family as well when they come round tomorrow. We're doing baked potatoes. That is on the meal plan. So, yeah, let's just get on and show you what I picked up from Tesco's. So, the crates of Pepsi Max are still on offer. So, I got 1 normal and 1 cherry. We have kind of increased our intake on Pepsi Max, which is a bit naughty. We've got to get that back down to 1 can a day. But we're still recovering from going away to the wedding. So, but when we have company, we always have cans as well anyway. So 1 normal Pepsi Max and 1 cherry Pepsi Max. There was only 1 substitute from Tesco's today, and that was the bananas. I ordered 10 individual bananas. And they gave me 2 packets of the ripe and ready bananas. Not a problem. Nathan will be devouring them very shortly. We got 2 bags of carrots there. I got 2 meals this week that require veggies. So I needed 2 bags there. I got 2 packets of these sausage rolls. They are for the picnic tomorrow. I got some fresh blackberries. They're to keep in the fridge for Nathan. Then I got 1 bag of baby new potatoes. 1 humongous bag of sugar. Yes, that is a 5 kg bag of sugar. But it was cheaper to buy that than individual bags. It is an upfront cost, but I will decant that into a Tupperware and then put it out of sight, like up on top of my fridge. and then just fill the container that's in the cupboard for Steve's tea and coffees as and when he needs it. Plus, like I said, I've got a birthday cake to make. I'm planning on making a crumble for tomorrow after the beach, and I really am fancying scones at the moment, so I will need sugar for the baking as well. I got one more Vimto while it's on offer. Then we got 2 boxes of the Miss Molly's chocolate chip cakes. They will be coming to the beach tomorrow. These are great. They're individually wrapped, so I haven't got to worry about a big packet of cakes open and being used or getting sandy. McVitie's have finally brought out a lemon flavoured Jaffa cake. I am very excited to try these. They are on club card at the moment at Tesco's, so I got 2 boxes of them. I got some parsley because I'm going to be making some stock this week. Pork pies to go with us to the beach. Some no added sugar instant custard powder. This is for when we want custard instantly, obviously. To be truthful, it's when I can't be bothered to make custard, and I'm trying to get like the reduced fat, low sugar stuff at the moment. So we're giving this a go. If it tastes like crap, then obviously I won't buy it again in future. I will just get the original one. That's that. I got some celery to go in the stock. I've got plenty of onions, and then I will use the peelings and the chop ends of the carrots in the stock as well. 2 packets of these summer edition mini, I was going to say pork pies, they're not, barbecue pork sausage rolls. 1 will come with us to the beach, 1 will stay in the fridge for another day. Then I'm just going to work along the kitchen side, and then I will go to the back because it's all stacked up there. I got 3 more packs of the pots of joy for Chloe. I got a bag of grated carrots. That is to go with the salad with the baked potatoes tomorrow night. Oh, my belly's going. Sorry. I got some glacé cherried halves. I got 2 boxes of them, or tubs, and then 2 of the whole cherries. I don't know why I always buy whole, because I end up chopping them up anyway. Then we got a head of broccoli for a roast. I got 2 cartons of the already made custard, and this is the reduced fat one. Again, for those times that we fancy custard, because now that the weather's turning colder, we're not wanting ice creams and lollies for pudding. We're wanting something a bit heartier and a bit warmer. For those nights I don't want to make custard, the kids can just cut this open and have some custard. Now I'm going to have to step over the dog. It's all right, Remy, don't get up, dog. Don't worry. Don't worry, eh? Okay. Bothered. A big punnet of raspberries and a big punnet of strawberries under there. They are a lot better than the cheaper ones of Tesco's. They're still getting quite small, but they are coming out of season. But they are a lot nicer. Some tomatoes on the vine. That is for the salads tomorrow night. This is to go with us to the beach. I've got bottles of water to take for anyone that want water. And then I'll take this so that we can just squirt some of this in the bottles of water for who doesn't drink water, i.e. Nathan. Then we've got some crumpets for little man. And then I was cheating. I've got some vanilla sponge mix to have in the cupboard for when we fancy cake and I don't want to make it from scratch. You know, there's a kind of a theme here. They're backups for those times that I can't or don't want to make things from scratch. So they're for backup. Then I've got a big bag of raisins and then a big bag of sultanas, because I like both of these in my scones, same as Chloe likes cherries in her scones. So I'll probably do a complete mix and match in the scone department. I think I better start at the back now as well, otherwise I'm going to forget where I am. I've shown you the Vimto. I got 2 of the Nestle Pure Life waters. They will be coming to the beach with us. Then we've got 2 of the apple and blackcurrant squash. This is the one I get from Tesco's because I don't like the quadruple strength blackcurrant and squashes. They're just too strong. So at least this is double strength rather than quadruple. Some ribbon saucy knickknacks for Nathan. Then we got some nice and spicy knickknacks for Steve. Then for everyone else, we've got some quavers. We got some skips. We've got a meaty variety, and then we've got some pom bears. They were actually cheaper than Tesco's bunny rabbits, so I got them. Everyone will take a packet of crisps with us to the beach. Then I got some flowers. I needed 2 lots of the self-raising flour, 2 of the plain, but once again I got 2 different varieties, no problem there. We got a big pack of 6 of the waters for Steve to take to work with him. Cauliflower for the roast. It's not on a Sunday, but we have got a roast coming. Got another bottle of Listerine. Why it's on club card, I'm picking them up because they won't go, they'll come off offer very shortly. 2 tins of pear halves. That's a pear half, and they're pear quarters. I don't know why I bought 1 of each, but I did. I'm going to end up cutting them up anyway. 2 lots of 4 of the tuna chunks in spring water. Obviously, with jacket potatoes, you've got to do tuna. My family prefer tuna salad cream. Dawn prefers tuna mayonnaise. So I've got plenty of tuna. The cats can have some tuna, and then the rest will go in the cupboard, what doesn't get used. I got 2 bags of bread flour, strong white bread flour, so I could do some bread making this week. And then we've got a loaf of ready-made bread. And now Remy has moved around the kitchen. I've got to step over him again. And then here we have 4 tins of peach slices, because I will be making a couple of different varieties of crumble for tomorrow night. Probably a peach one, an apple and blackberry one, and then probably those 2. And then a cake, obviously. So there'll be the puddings for tomorrow. We got some romaine heart lettuces. They are on offer at the moment. Tortoises and salads. We've got 2 packets of reduced fat puff pastry. I don't know if this is any good. I'll give it a go. If it's crap, I won't buy it again. I'll just buy the full fat one. I'm just trying to I'm trying to make it so that I can have meals with the family rather than keep having different types of food. So I haven't got to cook so many different types of meals. But it's like we've got homemade pie on the meal plan this week, and I'll make it, and then obviously the puff pastry is like the fattiest bit of it. So if I can cut the fat on that, then it'll be good for me as well. I got some eggs for the bacon. I've shown you that. Peppers for salads. Bird's Original Custard Powder. That is for when I'm making the proper stuff. I like to use this when it comes to baking. Vitalite dairy-free spread. It does make the cake so fluffy and really light. So I always get that when I am doing baking. I got 2 of them. They're only £2 each. Then we have a huge amount of potatoes. We've got 3 bags of the baking potatoes, because it's always hit or miss whether you get big ones or small ones. And then when you've got 13 mouths to feed with baked potatoes, you're going to need a lot of them. So I've got 3 there. And then I've got 2 bags of the British all-rounder potatoes for dinners this week at home. Then there's one there and one here. We've got some vanilla flavoured frosting to go on the cake for Dawn. 3 packets of Scotch pancakes for breakfasts. 3 large cucumbers for the salads this week. Milk, and one has already been started on because I didn't buy milk last week and we did have plenty, and then all of a sudden it went, and I had everyone asking me this morning, there's no milk for cereal. They all wanted cereal this morning. So this, I mean, we're halfway through first bottle already, so I'm probably going to have to pick up some more during the week. But at least that will keep us going for a bit. Some more Dairy Dunkers. And then we've got 3 different creams. We've got the full fat original dairy spray cream. Then we've got a light real dairy cream spray cream. And then we've got 30% less fat dairy spray cream. They're all different, so I got all different. See if it tastes different. If not, no problem there. Nathan needed some more pull-ups for bed. He's not having no accents. He is dry. Non-stop, completely dry. But we are still putting him in a pull-up just in case during the night. And because it's just in case, we're going with the Fred and Flo. We don't need Pampers no more. It's just precautionary. So we've got them. And then over here, we've got some British curly kale for the tortoises. Got some mozzarella for dinners this week, including the baked potatoes. 2 blocks here of the Creamfields lighter mature cheddar. I'll get someone to grate that for me for the baked potatoes because I'm not going to be doing that. We've got 2 pizzas here, just plain cheese and tomato pizzas. I'll cook them up and they will come to the beach with us. Bit disappointed with this. I thought the gammon joint would have been bigger, but it wasn't. $12.96 for this gammon joint. I was going to use it for multiple dinners this week and to chop into ham on the meat slicer for sandwiches. I think I'm only going to end up getting 2 meals out of this, but before we know it, the big meat joints will be on offer, so I can stock up the freezer again. Then we've got real butter. I've got 2 of the salted and 2 of the unsalted. In my opinion that is, you have to use real butter for scones. So that is why I've got butter. And then obviously with baked potatoes, you've got to have salted real butter as well. Got another pot of double cream. That is for the scones to accompany it. Hang on a minute, Nathan. Then we've got some chicken. I've got a large chicken here. I'm just going to cook that up. And that will be going in the pie this week. And then the bones are going to be used to make stock. Same as the chicken thighs. One of these will go in the freezer, but I'll cook one of them up as well for the stock. And then I'll pull the meat off and use that in a different meal. So I've got 2 lots of the chicken thighs there. And then the chicken breasts are still on club card. So I've picked up another 2 of the trays. Some of them will be used in the pie because we all like a different type of meat. Mom. Breast. Can I finish recording quickly and then I'll see you? Sorry?
I can't stand on tennis ball.
You found sand on the tennis ball?
No.
No. All right. Okay. 1 minute.
I can.
Sorry about this.
I can do.
Right, 1 minute. Just try and talk to me. Yes, we all like different types of meat. So,
Mom,
chicken breasts, thighs, all that lot. I'll be mixing it up from now on. All right, 1 minute. And then this is a little bit of frozen. These are the blackberries that will go in the crumble. Then I've got 2 packets of the Tesco's breaded chicken nuggets to cook up to go to the beach with us. Dippers will be going in the freezer for Nathan throughout the week. 1 bag of chips to go with one of the dinners this week. And then I've got 2 pizzas at the back, which again I'm cooking for the beach. I've got 1 sweet chili chicken and 1 double pepperoni pizza. So there is a few bits there for the picnic, as you can see. That meat's going to last us a while. And then obviously I'm cooking for a couple of families. So yes, it is another big shop. There we go. Now let's turn you around and tell you our meal plan for the week. Okay, I am back. So the meal plan for this week. Sorry, Nathan's out in the sand pit. Sand everywhere. Yes, Monday we are having company. Dawn and her husband and the 4 kiddie winks are coming round after the beach. We're going to do jacket potatoes with the array of toppings. So it'll be cheese and beans, tuna salad cream and tuna mayo, because different families prefer different things. And then I'm just going to do a big side salad to go along with that. Tuesday I'm going to cook that gammon joint up and do a gammon roast, and then hopefully there'll be plenty left over for another night's dinner during the week. Wednesday I plan on doing a chicken curry, so I'll use up some of that chicken from the whole chicken, and then the chicken breasts. Thursday I'm going to be using the gammon and the chicken to make a gammon and chicken pie using the puff pastry and then some of the veggies. And then obviously where I'll be boiling the chicken, I'll make a stock as well, which will make the juice of the pie. And then Friday and Saturday, they could mix and change. I've put fish and chips because that's the chips, and I've got some fish fillets in the freezer. Whether I'm going to be making them from scratch, because I've got some white fish in the freezer where I could just batter it myself, or I've got some pre-battered fish as well. We will see. And then I've put Saturday, but I think I'm going to have to switch these round. We're planning on taking Shane to Miller and Carter because he passes English in his GCSEs. We are over the moon. He worked so hard and got his grades up. He did pass his English, so now he knows he doesn't have to do English at college no more. And the deal was, if he passed English, we would take him back to Miller and Carter. So he's over the moon there. So we'll probably be taking him on Friday and having the fish and chips on Saturday. And then Sunday, I've left it blank because Sundays we tend to wing it at the moment, whether we're doing a roast, a barbecue, a salad. We don't know. But the kids will be back at school by then, so we'll be getting back into the Sunday routine of early dinner, baths, uniforms ready, college stuff ready, and then ready for the week to start. So that is everything I bought from Tesco's. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, can you help a girl out? Drop a comment down below, doesn't matter what it is, and hit the thumbs up button. That way YouTube will know that you are liking my content and they will try and promote me out to expand my channel, which does help me out. Not to mention, I love having all your lovely comments and asking how the family are and everything, and loving how I hear about your families and how you guys are doing. How did all your kids go with the GCSEs, by the way? Did they get all the results they wanted? I hope so. I hope you're all really happy with them, and now the kids can relax knowing that it is done and they are done with high school. They can move on to the next chapter of their lives. Again, I don't know if I'm excited about that or dreading it. Shane going to college. God, bussing it. Yeah, I'm going to get this lot put away. Hope you have a great week. Take care, and I hope to see you again next week. Bye.